Well, welcome back here. This is BrigidBirchtree. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, well, it's finally here. The full moon, the harvest moon, October 1st here. Okay, well, it's a full moon in Aries, in fact. It's also, like I said before, the harvest moon. Now, if you saw my video last time, I mentioned a bit about the harvest moon. The harvest moon was named because before modern technology, farmers would use the illumination of the light of the full moon to harvest their crops. Now, also a little more in depth about the harvest moon, I did some more research last night. In regards to the history of our ancestors, the Celts would use the harvest moon to mark the time before Samhain. It would be considered a time of crop collection and a time of celebration in the lead up to Samhain. And the Norse also noted that often the harvest moon would mark the first full moon after the first frost. It was considered one of the most powerful moons of the year and associated with the god Loki. Now, like I said, this is the full moon in Aries. A little bit now on the characteristics of Aries. The elemental sign of Aries is fire. Fire is about the intellect and passion and creativity. It's also the first sign of the zodiac. Some of the crystals associated with Aries are amethyst and the heliotrope. Now, I work with amethyst a lot. It's very appropriate. This is my moon sign. And some of the characteristics of Aries are also strong leaders. They're quick-tempered and they are very blunt. They're very passionate and confident. However, on the flip side, they can come across as very dominant and overbearing to others. They don't always take others' feelings into consideration, can be overconfident. Also, I'm not trashing Aries. Like I said, my moon sign is Aries, and I like the sign of Aries a lot. It's one of my favorites. Okay, also in Celtic astrology, this is the time of the ivy tree, and the animal associated with that is the butterfly. Moon is the official name, but we'll get to that more later. Okay, anyway, now the Moonology card associated with Aries. I'm going to read to this because I'm just going to read off this card because it could be in the reading later. Okay, a fiery climax approaches. Now, you might have been a bit reckless or selfish in handling a situation lately. This applies to me as well. So the results could be a bit fiery or chaotic. It's good to be assertive, but be thoughtful as well. As like I mentioned, Aries tend to be very assertive, and their leadership is a major characteristic. It's good, but at times we can go overboard. This can be a very fiery and emotional time, so take some time out to relax, evaluate the situation, and there could be consequences ahead. And because you could have been too reckless. We don't know what the consequences can be yet, so think about that. Okay, now on to the reading. Now I'm going to do a simple 3-card full moon reading. I didn't design this spread myself. This is from Yasmin Boland's Moonology deck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the reading now. Like I said, it's a 3-card new moon reading. Okay, so I'm going to read the question in card 1. First question. What is falling away and what do I need to forgive? Let's flip the first card over. Okay. I didn't plan this, I promise. The full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Okay, so this is very appropriate. I have been a bit combative and assertive lately. I've handled some situations good, but I could have done things differently. So that's very appropriate. There have been already some consequences lately. Some good, some bad. Okay. Card 2. What's the illuminated full moon showing me? Okay, so the North Mode. Okay. Now the North Mode is all about karma, connecting the past to the present. I'm actually going to read a bit about the North Mode from the book just because it's, in case you don't know anything, you don't know about that, because it can be a bit scientific and it's very important. Give me one moment here. Okay. Okay, the north mode is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. Excuse me. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The north node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Okay, and that really much applies to me because basically what it's saying is you need to leave the past behind to discover the future, to move on. That really does apply to me because I tend to dwell on the past. I tend to dwell on the negative, forget the positive. I really do dwell on the bad sometimes, and I have trouble getting over the past. If you know me, you know that pretty well. So what's it saying is I'm on the right track. I have a good future ahead of me, but I need to let some of the past go and focus more on what's ahead of me. So I think that's what this moon cycle is trying to tell me. If I've evaluated the actions since the new moon in this moon cycle, that is very appropriate. Okay. So the last question is the final outcome. Let's see that. You all see that? New moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Okay, that's good. There's a new moon card. That means a new beginning, a new cycle. Now, Pisces is the opposite of Aries. It's a water element. It's based on your emotions. While water is about intellect and fire, Pisces is about emotions and passivity. There really are, this is all about balance. To balance fire and water, intellect and emotions, creativity with really basically the head and the heart. Which is funny because I tend to focus more on the head, all about logic, and forget about the heart and emotions. It's because, honestly, I'm going to go and let you know this now. I have two best friends. One of them is an Aries. The other one is a Pisces. And they both balance each other out. They're probably watching right now. You know who I'm talking about. And they fit the characteristics of Pisces and Aries perfectly. Okay. So anyway, what I've tried to focus on mostly this moon cycle is focusing more on paganism, focusing more on spirituality, but I have used the head a lot more than the heart. I focused on studying, focusing on the lore, which obviously you need to do, but it's been very head focused. I haven't focused as much on the heart, and what it's telling me, the final outcome is to use my heart more, balance it with my head. And I always talk about balance, and I need to focus more on that myself. So the final outcome is I'm on the right track, I think, but I need to use balance of both. Combine basically the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, Pisces, and Aries. And then I'll be going a lot better. So, what do I need to forgive? Let go and forgive. The consequences of having too much fire, having too much head, having too much logic. That would be Aries. What's the illumination of the moon tonight trying to tell me? I'm on the right track, but there are some things I need to let go or forget about the past. The final outcome, be more of a Pisces. Use my emotion, use my heart more. And then have a balance of both head and heart, fire and water, and things will start coming together for me. Anyway, what I'm going to do tonight, take advantage of the moon. Start by just going out and looking at the moon. I'm going to keep on doing my ancestral veneration, my studying, my learning the lore, but also more this moon magic because I love it, and moon veneration, I love it so much. So tonight, go out, look at the moon. Take advantage of the full moon. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and this is BrigidBirchtree. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye.